Bonjour people, I'm back. Sorry I wasn't with you guys for the Hungarian GP, but I'm back for Monza. So buongiorno to you all. Today there's a sprint race. I think it's now been reached to the second sprint race of the season. Pretty sure. Let me double check. Yes, second sprint race of the season. And what else to do it of the track of speed, Monza. But today it's not going to be a one sunny race, it's going to be itself a wet race. Oh, sorry, give me a second, I've got a phone call to take. There we are, it was on the phone. Right, fully here. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed your beautiful weekend, and for all the Brits out there, I hope you enjoyed that coronation ceremony of our new king. So as you can see, a wet, rainy one in Italy today. And also sorry about the throat being a bit sore. I was at the footy yesterday. Shouted a lot, more or less. But looking forward to doing this once again. As we see, Seb still leading the championship, but didn't win in Hungary. As I've seen, it was Hazy, yet another McLaren driver, and the second of a driver to Seb and Omar to win a race this season. So, congratulations to Hazy on that win. There you go. Formation laps. Oh no, wait, I'll just stick with the person who will be going in first. Try my best here. I'll try my best. Right, let's see if we get everything set up. There we are. We're not going to need a tyre. So it's full wet all round. SLK looking like he could get in a potential pole. This is one shot quality is always the hardest thing to follow. So I'll just detail it. We'll go on board with somebody. So SLK will follow, as you can watch him. As that Shadow is currently on that pole, professional pole for quali. And Cialdini now takes it. Shadow takes it back. And Hazy takes it back. Dave gets himself P2 so far. Jenga Boy in P3. So Hazy is still sticking himself in pole. SLK in 10th, not good. Seb, championship leader, in switching between 4th and 5th here, as Jenga Boy gets himself up into 2nd place, as well as in T Mangus getting himself into 3rd. On board with Hazy, he could be looking like the man on pole. Sorry guys. So Hazy gets himself the pole position for the sprint race then. Chimp gets himself disqualified. That is not good for Chimp at all. Sorry if I go on mute sometimes. My gum is hurting on the side of my wisdom tooth, so not very good indeed for me, but oh well. But Hazy grabs himself pole position then for the sprint race, and Jenga Boy picks himself a P2 with Two Mangus getting himself a P3. Wizzy Boy slaps himself a P4, a better start in here. It was had a good Silverstone race, so I don't know much to do about Hungary. Wizzy Boy gets himself up to P4. Shadow in the Haas a P5 and Omar P6. Tresty gets himself a P7 and Zinc an 8th. SRK 9th and Luquinio in 10th. Torrent in 11th. Ryan in 12th and Los Kells in 13th. We'll carry on with the rest. You'll see the sprint when we carry on with the sprint order. That's as much. Oof. Right, as we wait for 20 seconds for the lobby just to update. Evening, Ryan. Hello, Helix. How are you, my friend? How have you been this weekend? Yeah, tired, busy as always. It's a shame. I hope you get some rest. So, obviously, as you know, no formation lap, so it's lights out and away we go. Hazy can seem to maybe get a slightly poor start to Jenga Boy. I'm going to turn on that telemetry and see what's happening there. I'll leave the detail off as Jenga Boy and Hazy are going wheel to wheel there into the first turn. And you see Wizzy Boy flies off by as Josh takes the lead of the race. Wizzy Boy is going to have to slow down there and get himself a huge penalty. So, well, maybe in 5 seconds at minimal. But Hazy loses out first place during turn 1 as Jenga Boy's Josh takes first place. The two Mangos holds on to third as Shadow climbs his way up to fourth place. Hunting out that Red Bull, that Hasses. Good wheel-to-wheel action in the midfield there as the second Alfa Romeo of Tristy gets himself up to fifth. Omar battling Wizzy Boy to keep hold of that sixth place as Wizzy Boy holds down the position well. Has to defend from Seb though. Seb struggling towards his in the rain. Struggling as he hasn't before. Normally dominating these things. I'm hoping only for 2 minutes. Okay, fair enough, my friend. Seb and Omar battling off 4P7 as Omar has left minimal room there, but Omar still holds on. Probably going to get a bit of track limits there as two Magnus is 1/10 separating him and Hazy. He could think of a move. No, he's going to push up a bit. Not think of a overtaking chance yet. Wait until this main straight where Hazy is slipping all over the gaff. So at the moment he has had the best of starts. He did win the Hungarian GP last week. I'm hoping he can see if he can add yet another victory from McLaren on there. Constructor tied to charge. Omar still wheel to wheel with Seb there, heading into turn 1. Wheels slightly bang and Seb keeps hold of that. Well, let's look at the positions gained then. So who's gained the most? Seb gains 8 positions. Superstar Seb gaining most positions so far in this race. Second most with Dave Ninov coming from last into 11th, battling hard with Tyrant there. So not much he could do as Tyrant thinks he could go for a move there on the side. Left room was Chimp in P10, gained 7 positions, so great start from him as well as Ryan, 3 positions gained. As you know, Shadow's gained 2 positions as he gets that podium place so far for P3 in the race. As Windex looks to get past Tyrant as he does well, and also Luquinho. Tyrant leaving smash out comments as usual, sir. Adios, see you later, Helix. As Tyrant has no traction whatsoever over the last few corners as he tries to defend 16th to Vedrobo. Anyone up front, close to each other, close battling, doesn't look like it. As Tyrant looks to have a go at Luquinho here. Luquinho, as James Boy grabs that fastest lap. Obviously Hazy gaining time on Josh again, 4/10 separates the two. With these two battling out in Hungary, I suppose, as these two was the 1-2 positions, as Josh looks like it is finally gets himself his driver's campaign underway. As GFG Ryan sees he can hunt down a struggling Omar in this wet conditions. GFG Ryan could think of about a move. No, hesitates. And keeps it calm through the chicane, heading into the Lesmos. Well, yellow flags here, and it's for a Mercedes. It's Dave Raptors' DNF'd here. That's going to bring out the 4-course safety car. After a great start, Dave sees himself out of the sprint race with 6 laps to go. Mercedes not having the best of luck there. As I see, Vedrobo seems to have some intermediate tyres, so I don't know if the track looks intermediate ready, is it? It looks like it's a full, does look like a full wet course. So, full-blown safety car. Ooh. This will make this sprint race interesting as the drivers are now going to be brought closer together. And we'll have a proper 3-lap sprint, I suppose. Righty ho, so this is going to be interesting. 8 points on the line for Jingle Boy. Looking for that maximum set of points that Alfa Romeo and then the Hazy still has a chance to reclaim that first place spot. The ERS will be saved. We look at that penalty gap then for Wizzy. What penalty did he get in the end? He got a 10-second penalty in the end, so he's going to be dropping a heck of a bunch of positions there. Might work for something. We're going to buy for something. Right, never mind about that. Head on to lap 5 now as we just wait for a few more others to come and join the rest of the pack to have that probably a 3-lap sprint this might be now instead of an actual 9-lap sprint. So it looks like Hazy will have his work cut out for him to do. Ugh. Right, as I see, Ferrari have lost scales, looked a bit slow there, but good for turn 1. Just waiting for Ved Robbo now to join the rest of the pack. Went back into the full wet tyres. Right, there's one more car. I think the safety car will be out for one more lap, so like I said, there will be a 3-lap sprint, maybe a 2-lap sprint here. So these drivers now got to risk everything to get into good positions for quality tomorrow for the race next. Don't know what I'm on about. The next race, the race next after the sprint. As we wait for Veg Robbo to get past the Lesmos and into Ascari. Oh, was due. The second Mercedes is retired now. 2 Mercedes are out. GFG Ryan and Dave Raptors are seeing themselves out of this race now. I know Dave Raptors was beforehand, but Ryan is out. It looks like he was trying to warm up his tyres and they must have blew up. Well, not blew up, but must have spun and hit the wall. As you can see, his front wings scattered all over the place and his car left on the side. As soon as they're going to have a field day with collecting Mercedes cars, like they're collection cars. Oh yikes! I've been out to Gabby in as well for a new set of wet tyres, as it looks like it. As Robbo gets past there. So Gabby will be last. Righty ho, as we wait for two final cars now to line up, and then I'm guessing the safety car shall be in this lap as we're on lap 6. We are running out of racing laps. Hello to the people just tuning in. As you see Josh fly away. As I thought as much through a scoring now, the safety car is in this lap. So it's going to be a 2-lap sprint. 2-lap sprint all the way to the end. Who's going to take the risk through turn 1? Who's not? Hazy could risk everything for a sprint race win and get pole for the main race. Josh needs to defend hard and fair and well to keep hold for pole and the lead of the race for the next one. Shadow can hold down a potential P3 and see himself for a podium in the next race, in the main race. As you see, the drivers go on the way. Josh starts off well, but hasn't been able to catch out. Hazy could be side by side to him through turn 1. Could he be ahead through turn 1? And Hazy is ahead in turn 1, but Josh looking for a switchback. Hazy is slow through turn 1. He gets hit into Josh. Shadow can see himself into P1. Shadow gets around the outside of AZ, the wrong way around. Could these two get, again, be wheel to wheel? AZ looks to lose. He's hit the wall there. It's going to be drastic for him as the other Alfa Romeo, Jenga Boy, goes through, takes back P3. Hazy slowing down. He has been absolutely awful off that restart. A good turn through the restart, but the turn 1 and after that has been absolutely atrocious. He's dropped down to P6. That's not what McLaren need for that fight for that constructors as he fights Seb now, finds himself P5. Great comeback from the Ferrari as Hazy gets himself back through. Omar fighting Tyrant, who saw himself at the back of the grid earlier. He see himself into a point position in P7 here, trying to find Seb now, heading through Ascari. Oh my, what a restart. As Wizzy Boy tries to defend himself there, loses it to Gabby, and awful traction through the after Ascari, and Robbo could see himself get a double overtake here on 2 cars. Wizzy gets himself down the middle of Gabby, but Robbo seems himself ahead and he gets himself into P10. 2 more positions and he can see himself in the point spots. As Tyrant looking to get himself into P6 as he fights Seb hard here through turn 1. Could he see himself ahead of Seb? He does. He gets himself into P6. What a restart by Tyrant. And Omar could probably follow up. No. Seb looked to go for it round the outside him now here. Could Seb get himself into P6 again? Tyrant defending it hard. Could he see himself ahead? He's going to be late braking heading into here. It's going to be Tyrant. Tyrant stays ahead before heading into the Lesmos. As you see, 2 drivers dropping places. The 2 Alfa Tauris hitting into each other. They're not going to be happy with that. And Loskel gets himself through. Zink following right behind of Loskel's. This is a close battle between this midfield. As Trusty tries to get itself near Shadow. The Shadows are flying away here. Will see himself pole position so far for the main race. Wow. Let's see, Ved Robber could see himself overtake Omar here to try and potentially get himself into a point sprint finish. Good traction out his gunners. He is on a fresher set of tyres, remember. So could he see himself higher placed as Omar flashing like mental. Obviously it is raining, but he is low on ERS. Could Robbo get himself an overtake through turn 1? Omar leaving minimal space, but that is a brilliant move round the outside on Omar, and Red Robbo gets himself into a point spot. Omar's going to be frustrated. Bad traction as well, so Lunquinho, as you want to pronounce it, gets himself Omar on the inside. Omar dropping down like a fly when it's been caught. P10 Omar is one to the point spot. Is currently P10 could see himself overtaken by the second Williams here of Gabby, who's right behind him on the Lesmos. Yellow flags here as Gabby and Omar come together as well as, and the two AlphaTauris again have come together, both of them in walls. Oh, they're not going to be happy with that with each other. Not one bit. As Trusty still tries to hunt down Shadow on the final lap of the sprint race. As Shadow could be got here. Could have been Alfa Romeo. Being pole position for the main race. As Shadow defends the inside around the outside. Trusty goes. Doesn't get the traction he wants. Doesn't look like he's going to get the pole position. And Shadow is going to come home and win the Italian sprint race. Ooh, the Trusty was close to him on home soil for Alfa Romeo. Jenga Boy finds himself third. And Hazy gets to Mangus through. What? Sorry about that, I've been cooled down for my dinner, but I'll carry on this for a bit. That won't be for the rest. As we wait for the rest of the drivers to cross the line, I will return slightly shortly, just for 2 minutes. I'm going to grab my something and I'll be back. Okay, I have returned with good drink as well as. So, my both might be there to croquet. Right. For the part you lot have been waiting for, main race time. Yeah, move this stuff out of the way. There we go. Right. 10 seconds left for the drivers to sort out finalise their setups for the main race. The Italian Grand Prix will be underway. 27 hard grueling laps in this rain. Sprint race was entertaining enough. Let's see if we get it right. So we're going to have 5 red lights. And away we go. Chimp with a very jumpy start as he gets himself a drive-through penalty here. Shadow gets himself a decent start towards both Alfa Romeos. Hazy loses out to Seb on the start as Shadow leads way through turn 1. Jenga Boy and Trusty fighting it through turn 1 as the drivers going through the corner. Ved Robbo and Seb look like to come close to each other, and that's going to cause them to get penalties. Stuart field by that one. As now Trusty could get himself past Josh. He doesn't. Seb does find himself into P6. Right behind in front of two Mangus. He's 2 tenths behind, and Seb right behind Lunquinho. He's had a great start there. As we see Vedropo and a couple of drivers there. Ooh, that's weird. Dave Raptors hit another DNF, but Dave Raptors there. So Dave Raptors has seen himself out of this Grand Prix yet again. It is not his day. And as you predict pitch strategy for this 27 laps. 14, it's a lap window. The pit window is the lap 14 to 80 for these wet tyres. The drivers look like they're slowing down here. I think there's a safety. It is a safety car. So no, but I've got no indication of yellow flags here, so my thing must be glitched compared to you lot. Anyway, it's going to be a safety car, so I will bet you that in a minute or so. Right. So, interesting start then from the race. Hazy gets saved by Seb getting hit by a Red Bull, as I saw in the background. So he is P5 still. Team Magnus sees himself into P6, Chip P7. Great start by the Alpine driver. As he sees himself on the penalty board to drive through. Did get himself a jump start, so mix and match with both. Right, Tyrant's P9. Oh, looks like it hit the sink there. SLK P10, Wizzy P11, Jeff2 Ryan in AI. Yeah, I did leave the session earlier. Windex is in P11. Omar seems out in P17. Skidding away there. Saves that car out of the wall. Not once. Ooh. Ooh. Almost sees himself in the wall there. Just got the car running control. The Shadow does follow the safety car. Ooh. Well, my saw himself DNF there. That's not good for McLaren at all. So McLaren's good results here now rely on Hazy. And Ferrari's realistically good results rely on Seb. Two fantastic drivers. So at least respected in their own way. Go out the battle out to try to get their team back into that leading front of the constructors race. Seb leading the drivers' championship by 47 points, so there's nothing to worry about for him in terms of drivers. As I'm guessing, boys, since the safety car's been back to the bit, no, still not in. Yeah, through a Scar, it could be a cool, late call. I think it will be in the end. Still not going to be called in as we wait for Ross Kells to come and rejoin us at the back of the grid. So one more lap of this safety car. as we wait for now Chimp, who's DNF'd as well. But I am missing one too many things here. So Chimp's DNFs, Wizzy Boy comes to pits, refresher wets, so does Lost Cows. I'm pretty sure if Wizzy Boy pits for no reason, he must have been hit by somebody. Must have been. Just looking at this score track. Right. Guess the safety car will be in this lap, and we'll have another like 23 laps or so racing. Not too shabby though. Monza is a very quick track, so it shouldn't take too long. It's like a short race, the shorter race. This is the usual track, which are normally like that 35s, 32s. It was a Silverstone. Right, safety car in this lap, as I thought as much. So gonna have it out for another lap. So Shadow still leads the way to Josh, who leads his teammate Tristy, hoping to get great points here with Alfa Romeo. Hazy in P4 trying to fight off Seb, the dangerous man in Ferrari. Magnus gets himself in P6, Sync P7, Tyrant P8, and SLK and Windex P9 and 10. Obviously Ryan's in it. I also doesn't count. Gabby P12, Luke Enio B13, Red Robbie into 14, Wizzy Boy and Lost Kells in 16 and 15. They're not going to have enough time to catch up to that safety car, as did Shadow, has caught the Alfa Romeos off par, and that's Hazy out of this race. His car is in the wall facing backwards. I don't know what's happened there. Oh no, do you mean that's an Alfa Romeo? That's an Alpine from wing as well as. There's about 5 cars DNF. The Alfa Romeos are fighting hard, as that's Tyrant getting past 2 Magnus. And there's another car in the wall in SLK. He loses his front wing now. Oh no, a lot of drivers not having good luck after that safety car restart there. Especially the Alfa Romeos, they got caught out. Good, what a restart by Shadow to catch out both of them. Sees himself into, keeps himself in P1. Team Magnus and Tyrant still battling out for P5. Be great points for the Aston Martin team. Zinc still trying to close up the gap to Windex, but too far back to do so. Shadow flying away from Tristy here. Could we see ourselves our third brand new winner in this season? Well, Seb might want to keep that record on his track. 6 races, 5 wins. Yes? Well, no, he's raced about 5 races. 4 races. He missed 1, missed Spain. So he's had 5 races, won 5 races, won 4 races, had 5 races. That's a brilliant start to the season, if you may ask like it. Seb is right behind Josh, but Seb does have Tyrant right behind him. Tyrant looks like he's an absolute beast in the wet conditions here. He does see himself into the P5 position. So there'll be more cars boxing yet again, as you see SLK getting a brand new front wing changed. Off he goes. So Zinc tries to get himself past Gabby. Better traction there. Could see himself around the outside, maybe, no. Or could have a poke on the inside for the Lesmos, maybe. Gabby slightly wide. So better traction for Zinc. Ooh, just not yet. Maybe could do it on the straight here. I don't have the track telemetry. As Josh still tries to hunt down to Tresty, who seems like an awful Ascari there. And starting to able to keep up with Seb. And Seb looks like he could try get Josh again in that podium position. So man is keeping it close to the grass as possibly can. See if he can get a better traction than he, but he's going to take the opportunity of boxed. Get himself a 5-second penalty as well as he's retired from the session. Josh and Seb fighting it off then. Josh leaves Seb's no room. That could allow Tyrant to get himself through and fight for a potential P4. Wheel-to-wheel action then for you. Seb and Tyrant heading through now. Tyrant just slightly ahead. Just, and he gets himself ahead. But Seb could go for a little switch back. No, he can't. And Tyrant keeps that P4 position. Could he find himself on a potential podium as well? Because Josh does seem slow through these Lesmos. Tyrant could see himself at P3. The man from Cyprus doing his countrymen proud with today's stellar race performance from the man in the green. So we're Tyrant off and not many other cars close side by side racing, so we'll stick with these three as it is the battle for a podium. And if Trusty and Shadow get closer, we will go aboard with them for the race lead. So Tyrant headed for Parabolica. Josh goes wide there, so a bit more wide than he would like to, so traction is awful. Down this straight, can Tyrant, does he have enough straight line speed to get him on this straight? He's following. Could he get it done through turn one? Can he do a late break move here? Josh could leave him room. No, he can't just yet. Could get him for the exit though, but no, it's going to be Seb though. Looks to come charge on the outside. Oh, Tyrant and Seb have come together. Oh, Seb was just could there maybe room could have been left there. That leaves Windex up to P4 and Gabby up to P5, capitalising on the two drivers' mistakes. Seb with a damage front wing now, and so has Tyrant. So both drivers lacking a front wing here. It's a perfect opportunity for Veg to get himself up to P6, as both drivers are lacking their front wing. No, Seb has got his, to be fair. He has got his front wing, but Tyrant doesn't, and that's going to allow. He has to defend through the Lesmos to Veg Robbo. Ooh, no space left, and so Robbo leaves off the track, and that's going to allow Zink to get past one car. Can he get past Tyrant now? Late breaking through his scoring, and that was just early breaking through Tyrant. He allows a buy probably, and Zink gets himself into P7, Veg Robbo into P8, as he still tries to get past Zink as well. Kino catching up to Izzy Boy here now. That's an awful through his scoring. Shit, Seb is out. There's DNF in the pits. So, Josh needs some very good points then to see himself back into the fight for a championship. I said he wasn't going to bother him to drive his championship, but it's going to bother him now. Oh no, that's not good for the Ferraris as well. So both McLarens and both Ferraris are out. No, one Ferrari's out. Loskel's in the point positions, so he's going to be the only Ferrari to gain the point here for him. And out the two teams are both battling for that Constructors' Championship, only able to grab points out of the three of them. Crikey, what an Italian Grand Prix we've had, and we're only on lap 9. Bloody hell. Who's on the intermediates? It's Veg Robbo who sets himself on the intermediate tyres, and for now. Let's look at the tyre age then. So everyone else on lap 8 old tyres, apart from Wizard Boys on lap 7 and Los Girls on lap 6 set of tyres. So I think much more Trusty again losing a bit of traction there, pardon me. No penalties so far. Most specific game is Windex. He's getting 13 points so far. So Shadow still leading through turn 1, 17 laps to go. 1 second separates each other. Good points then for Alfa Romeo and Haas this weekend. Gabby grabbing good points for Williams. And Lunquino has got himself 2 points so far in this race. Tyrant get himself past Robbo, who seems to go on the Inters, and I don't think they're always the best choice in a full wet race. Maybe he's gone on them early, he knows something going on. Well, I don't know, it could be Inters early. Oh, we don't know yet. That's okay, still far behind. 1 second behind. Oh, Robbo. Righty-ho, sorry, this has been, since the crashes, there hasn't been that much interest in the Italian Grand Prix, but we will come off a new winner. It's either going to be Tresty, Jenga Boy, or Shadow. Potentially Windex Bottle as well, or Gabby, even if something bad happens to 4 cars in front, or heck, even Zinc. So on board with Shadow then, the driver leader this race. Number 2, flying the Hass's colours, beating the Alfa Romeos on their home soil here in Italy. Could this race been any different if it was dry? That's my question. It would have been leading this race if it was dry. I think it could have been Seb, to be fair. I don't speak to myself here, but I think it could have been Seb who probably would have won this race, lead this race if it was dry. But Shadow has shown himself very, very good stability here to keep himself in P1. And you know, it's not the turtle always beats the hare, so doesn't matter if you're the quickest. If something bad happens, you can take advantage of it at any point, and that is what happens in Formula 1. As Tresty is still 1.5 seconds away from Shadow. Needs Shadow to make a mistake. Tresty does if he wants to be back in contention to win a race. Alfa Romeo on their way possibly for a double podium finish here. Thank you for both still tuning in for the race. Los Girls could catch up to Tyrant maybe, he's find himself back into a point position. Robbo, you know what, the Inters may not be far off to the wets, you know. Maybe it could be Inter conditions, because Robbo don't look too half bad on those set of Inters. And the wets don't look like they're going to be quick enough. He has a personal best sector 1. I want to see what Robbo does in these Inters in sector 2. He's just gaining now on the 7th entry. Let's say Lunquinho is out of the race now. That could potentially bring out a safety car, and it has. Through a score, he is DNF'd. And it's brought out the safety car, and drivers have missed the pit lane apart from Wizzy Boy. So Wizzy Boy could get himself a free pit stop here as we have 12 drivers left. Wizzy Boy does not pit. The Inters look like the best tyres, you know, so Robbo may got himself a huge advantage here if all these guys pits. Could see himself into P1. Ooh, I'm all for that. Los Kells see himself into the pits then. I think he's going to go to set Inters. And he has gone for the set Inters. I thought as much. That's okay. We'll go for a new fresh set of softs. Jesus Christ, Ryan. Wet. Oh. Los Carlos has looked at that Red Bull and said, you know what, those Inters have looked quick. I'm going to go on him. I'm going to follow up on him on that. His boys are safety car. I was pretty close to each other. There we are. Shadow boxing then. Alfa Romeo will have to do a double stack here. Maybe close to the gap. So there we are. Shadow and Alfa Romeo right next to each other. So Shadow in full fresh pair of Inters. On he goes. Ben in one Alfa Romeo. Comes in another. Great double stack. This could be for the Alfa Romeo team. As the double stack pays off charge well. And they see himself into P4. There we go, Zinc. On for a new fresh pair of wets. I don't know if that's the tyres to go for as Windex and the Gabby go for the intermediate tyres. As we see Wizzy Boy onto the Inters. There we go. And Tyrant sees himself coming in for a pit stop So we're going to see Veg get some very good two positions there. Oh, I was hoping they didn't box, and then they all had to box after the safety car. Then Veg leads it to their lead of the race. As Ryan, he's obviously not, he's in AI. Because he disconnected, or left the session. Seems himself first place, so his AI is taking over for him. So far this race, Shadow hasn't dropped any positions to some real people at the moment. See if we can get a good restart as he did last time. Obviously the AI will be doing the restart instead of for him. So that will not be good. So that's wet. So Autodromo in P9, Wizzy in P8, Zinc P7, Gabby P5, 6, Windex P5, and Jacob Boy P4, Tresty P3, Shadow in P2, and Ryan in P1, albeit Ryan has not boxed and it is an AI, so technically Shadow P1, SRK in last place, Snos Kells in 11th, and Tyrant in 10th. As we have to to catch up to the safety car, and we'll be back in on the racing. So, this is going to be a very, very interesting race now for the next 10 laps or so. So I can get myself a good restart. Could definitely be winning this race very comfortably. As this man has led through the sprint into the main race. He's dominated this weekend really. Right, safety car is in this lap, people. So that's okay, we'll be 30 seconds behind. He ran out of enough time to catch up to the safety car. As Ryan was packed up the green as slow as he can. Windex is not, Shadow is not bothered about it at all. He cares about a restart where he can just defend off Tresty. As Tresty side by side with him. And he goes. That's gonna be frustrating. We'll be seeing Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri in the wall of Windex. He's not gonna be happy with that at all. As Gabby having to give back positions. As Tyrant sends one from afar. Could see himself into P8. He does. Could get past P7. Test Tresty. Tries to defend it. As I said, it's a double podium for Alfa Romeo. It's a double podium for the Haas team. I'm lost for words after that. But Wizzy Boy finds himself into P3. Robbo could see himself into P4 or possibly 3. Sends it back, gets clipped, saves the car. The Haas saves him really. And Tresty's going to get himself past the Red Bull of Robbo. Could see himself back fighting Zinc. Robbo's not giving it up though. They're going to go wheel to wheel here through the Lesmos. They don't really see that happening. Heading into Moscova now, still wheel to wheel. What a battle this is between the two drivers. Tyrant watching along, me and a spectator do this. Could see himself involved in it. More like it. as Autodromo leads heading through Ascari. One of them had to back out through it as you can't really go side by side through Ascari. Tyrant now wants a piece of this action, gets by through Dresty. Could Gabby see himself get past Dresty? I don't think so, as Wizzy Boy is 5 tenths behind the Alfa Romeo of Josh. Could see himself P2, Wizzy Boy. P2 in Britain, could be P2 in Italy. 2 historic tracks through here. Shadow grabs himself a fastest lap here. Wizzy, I think, is a 2 bit. It doesn't really like. It looks like he's gaining on the straights, not as much. But the Alfa Romeo is going to come back at Tyrant. Robbo is DNF from here. We're not going to get another safety car as we already had one. Oh, here we are. Never mind. Lap 16 here, and we got ourselves another safety car. And Robbo is now been DNF'd, and he leaves us now. He's not going to be happy with that. Windex boxes for a new set of Inters with enough 10 laps to go. Oh, I did say the safety car race start's going to be something. And Los Cal's picking up some vital points for Ferrari here. P7 for him so far. Right, if you are just tuning in, we've just had a mental lap 15 and 16. I'll tell you that now. A lot of drivers collide and lose positions. We see ourselves at Aston Martin 3-5 positions. Jenga Boy back in contention for a win. Shadow still hasn't lost a single lap to a real driver, and that's Los Scales. So now both Ferraris are out. So none of the 2 top teams are gaining points. Only Alfa Romeo will be in the top 3. Where could this position find themselves in the constructors' battle? They're going to come ahead at Alpha Tauri. I think they might come see themselves ahead of McLaren. Probably even lead it. And they're really interested to gain some huge positions though from now on to get their back on the point for a double podium finish. Haas having the best finish possible they could probably have here. Zinc P4 and P1 for Shadow. This will absolutely leapfrog them up the championship order. There's 10 people remaining. As you can see in the background, the sunny skies are trying to appear through the clouds, but just getting a little peek there. There we go. Drink is finished. Right, lap 18 out of 27. We need to hit the 7 lap mark here. Oof. Well, it's been one interesting race. Tyrone won at that. Gosh. Gosh. Right, so Josh finds himself at P2 and Shadow at P1 still leading the way. Wizzy and Aston Martin P3 on the podium. If Zik P4 gonna have to hunt down his hardest to get to Wizzy Boy on that wet tyre still. So he still thinks it's a wet conditions. Looking at the rain on the screen, it doesn't seem like it's wet conditions. Like wet, but not very wet. If you get what I mean. Tyrant is into intermediate conditions, I reckon. So Tyrant P5, that's a class by him. He's had a class drive so far. Probably could have deserved himself a high position if he and Seb could be coming into each other earlier on. Tresty P6, terrible third safety car restart. And then, so he needs to get himself back to those positions. Gabby P7, SRK P8, Ryan P9, and Windex P10. Right, so Shadow will get us underway. Let's see if he can jump Josh like he jumped the other Alfa Romeo on the second safety car restart. As he goes down that main straight, Josh sees himself he can get jumped by Wizzy Boy. Wizzy Boy can find himself into P2. Better straight line speed or a bit of lag there, so Josh is still ahead. Wheel to wheel situation. Tyrant finds himself through. Could he get himself ahead of turn 1? A bit of bump there by Bingy as Wizzy Boy loses out. That's Tyrant into P3 then. Wizzy Boy, can he try hold on? He goes through Zink here. And the Alfa Romeo Tresty gets himself through with a double overtake. Wizzy Boy overtakes Zink then. That's an interesting start there. As you see, Windex still banning out with a ghost over the Mercedes. So Tresty finds himself into P4, splitting the Aston Martins. Wizzy got a great start, but messed up the first corner, and it's kind of cost him 2 positions. But Tyrant has kept it calm and cool, and could see himself into P2 if he can get past Josh here. He has got laps to do it, so he doesn't need to rush. As we're nearly heading into lap 20 here, out of 27. Josh needs to defend well the next 7 laps or so. And here comes Tyrant, the man in green. Could get himself through Parabolica, decides not to, and hold off the charge for this lap. As we see, Alfa Romeo fighting Aston Martin. And Alfa Romeo fighting yet another Aston Martin. Can the 2 British-based team car, well, yeah, the British team could get themselves into a P2 finish? Bit of wheel banging there by Tyrant. Josh keeps himself through it though. Tresty can see himself back with Josh for an Alfa Romeo podium, and he does. He gets through just about though. As he's still ahead, he is ahead of Tyrant now. Tyrant can think of our move though, around the outside, again heading into the inside. Ooh, Tresty just about cuts his side. I'm just going to work together just a little bit here and try keeping the positions they are in, or just try and fight each other and try get that 1 more position between each other each. Aston Martin will gladly take a 5-4 if you told him at the start of the race they'll be in that position, and Alfa Romeo will have to take a P2 and 3 here. Tresty does have a 3-second note, so we will see an Aston Martin on the podium, most probably likely. Is that penalty a 3-second penalty? No, it is. So he will be losing out massively to Tyrant and Wizzy, and probably Sink as well as. So could see himself into good position. Gabby fighting SLK here. Closest drivers we got here fighting to each other. And that is Gabby get himself past SLK. Could he get himself past Zink as well on those? He's on those wet tyres still. He's got the pace. Is he? Heading for turn 1, wheel to wheel. No, tyre banging. Great wheel to wheel driving by the 2. I think there was just a little bit there. As now Gabby gets himself up into P6 there. As Wizzy and Tyrant are battling out. These 2 boys need to help each other, because then one of these will be guaranteed. Is trying to get himself past Josh, the other Alfa Romeo. You could probably slow his teammate down. And Tresty's trying to, can you move out of the way? You get the P2 anyway. I need to fly away here within this 3 seconds. So, Wizzy Boy right behind Tresty. Trusty, however you pronounce it. I think I pronounced it right the whole time. Shadow still flying away here in P1. Just needs to keep it nice and calm now for the rest of the race. Don't make any risky moves that he would need to make. Wizzy still putting down for P3. He's going to get it due to penalties, but he wants it on track. You see the desire and determination for him to get that P3 back. Well, heck, even P2. He thinks he's quick enough for it, and I think so. Wizzy Boy trying to nanny Alfa Romeos, who the only Italian team based left, main Italian team anyway, to get a podium and at least the home race. As Josh lets by Tristy, and he's going to probably slow these two boys down. As Tristy gets past in turn 1, well, before we head into turn 1. So is that going to be Josh's brand new role as Zinc and Windex battle each other off then through turn 1? Gabby could see himself into the mix as well, so Alfa Romeo, so not only that, Williams could see himself into the mix here, into this race as well. I think we could see a little bit of teamwork going on for Josh, just back them off for just a little bit. Wizzy Boy still 9 tenths behind. I think he should probably could let his teammate behind go through, try holding down that podium for Aston Martin. Well, maybe not, because now Jacob Boy's got himself a 3-second penalty, so we could see Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin double podium instead of an Alfa Romeo double podium. I don't think they were playing out whatsoever, Alfa Romeo, and now they're going to be as quick as they ever. Their plan to back one Aston Martin off to each other has gone off the scale. Hands in hand moment there. So now the Alfa Romeos will be fighting each other to see which one of these lot will get P4 or 5. And the Aston Martins could be fighting with each other to see who gets P2 and 3. Oh my, what a twist in Italy, as Jacob Boy flies past ahead now through against Tresti, heading into turn 1. Tresti think he could do a steady defending job. One of these two could risk of defending these Aston Martin to one another and just say, you know, you fly away with the 3 seconds, try and work together to get that podium, at least one of them on the podium, as he could see himself into P4 or P2 in the championship. For Alfa Romeo, it's an important set of points for him, and Aston Martin want this double podium as well. This has by far been their best race of the season. I think rejoins us now. As now Trusty is pulling back from Josh to give him room and space. Josh is in trying to fly away here. I can't really see the gap to leader for them. 4 seconds to the gap to leader. Wizard Boy is about a 2-second gap. 3 second, 1.8 second gap to Josh, I would say, and about the 2-second gap for Tyrants. As Wizzy Boy, any free parabolica, could he get himself past Tresti? If he can, he's in for a chance here. Ooh, damage from wing there for Tresti, as I've just seen, and end plate damage for him. Oh, he's lifting off here. He's going to let Tyrant attack Tresti. Tyrant does look like out of the two to have more pace, so let's see what Tyrant could do against these Alfa Romeos. It's going to be a teamwork partnership here. This is going to be a brilliant end to Monza with 3 laps to go. Oh, come on. I'm all for it. Tyrant definitely has a good set of pace, but it doesn't have the ERS battery compared to the Alfa Romeo. You can definitely use that to advantage with front wing damage or not. This Busy Boy is dropping back massively to Tyrant, so Tyrant does have the pace here, getting about a second or 2-second gap to the Alfa Romeos. For him, Busy Boy needs to stay ahead with Tyrant if he wants to see himself into that double podium positions. As I said, Alfa Romeo are going to use their partnership as well as much as together to defend for at least one of them to get a podium. Tyrant needs to probably get past with Tresti if he wants to get a B2 and stay ahead. Josh and probably ruin the Alfa Romeo dream, as if Tyrant gets past him, and Wizzy Boy could have a good chance to get past him. Heading through Parabolica now. Is the Aston Martin going to get ahead? He is. He gets a better exit through Parabolica. And Tyrant is ahead. 2.4 seconds to Josh. Now Wizzy Boy just needs to get ahead. Tyrant needs to defend it though. Obviously the ERS power of that Alfa Romeo is going to be effective. So Tyrant still not fully ahead. Heading through turn 1 as Tresti holds off now. 1.9 seconds is the gap to Josh. 2 seconds. 2.3 seconds I suppose there for Tyrant against Josh. Josh is having to pray his teammate does a stellar job defending, which he is. He has to be grateful he has a defensive teammate like him. As Gabby finds himself 6/10 to Wizzy Boy. Tyrant needs to get past him in these next laps through the Lesmos. He's got 2 laps left to do it. That's a poor exit for the Lesmo there for Tresti. So Tyrant could get himself past. No, not yet. Heading for Ascari. This is getting really heated now. Through Ascari, better exit for Tyrant. Needs to get him on this main straight. For the second main straight I should say, more or less. Heading into Parabolica now. Tyrant still hesitating to go in the lead. But again, another better exit for Tyrant. But remember about that ERS power the Alfa Romeo has. So he's just going to fly by probably again. Tyrant's using as much as he can. Could he stay ahead? Heading into turn 1. They're getting closer and closer and closer together. Side by side near enough. As the Alfa Romeo could potentially be leading back into second. Is he doing that defensive job once again? He is, but around the outside Tyrant goes. Could this keep getting to a P2? He's 3.5 seconds behind Josh. And again, Tresti has done that defensive job. Tyrant can't get past. 3.2 seconds. So one of the only Aston Martins can get a P3. Won't be a double podium for them. Josh looks like he's going to hang on to that podium thanks to Tresti's stellar defending here. Even with a damaged front wing, he is doing his absolute hardest to get this Alfa Romeo podium for one of them. So he needs to grab it. What a teammate he has been for Josh here. What on earth happened? Well, Koya, a lot of people crashed into each other. A lot of people just, gave up and DNF'd in the pits. There's been about 4 safety cars. And Tresti's doing a defensive job against Tyrant and Aston Martin. Could be on for a podium here. Unless Josh crashes somehow or something. So Tyrant yet again trying to go after Tresti on the last lap here. Shadow heads through Parabolica for his last lap of the race. Yeah, 4 safety cars, been mental. So Tyrant, could he finally get himself past the Alfa Romeo? Yeah, again, the Alfa Romeo has got himself that much more ERS power. It's something else as Tyrant still using as much ERS as he can to get himself ahead of turn 1. Late braking it is. He's going to be right behind on that diffuser, the Alfa Romeo, banging it there. Oh my god, it's starting to hurt. This race has been that much, I shouldn't be shouting that much, but wow, these last 4 laps have been absolutely mental. As Tyrant's defender decided he's not going to bother anymore and he's just going to try and grab that P3. Jenga Boy has been saved here for a P2 finish by Tresti's brilliant defending. This man, if he didn't have a 3-second penalty, I'd say this man deserves the podium at almost. Also just to say Tyrant does, but this defensive job is just proving something else. As Tyrant now could find himself gaining again, just can't see himself through it. The damage at wing of Tresti is effective for Ascari though, as he is struggling massively as Zink loses out to Ryan. Those wet tyres are absolutely finished compared to anything else, as Gabby is right behind Wizzy Boy. As we see Shadow now take home the checker flag, wins the Italian Grand Prix. We have our fourth race winner of the season and a third brand new winner of the season. Jenga Boy takes P2, Tyrant takes P3, but Tresti is the main man for Josh here as he saved them from dropping major points. for at least to keep one of them on the podium. Tresti gets himself P6, Gabby P5. Great points finish for the Williams. Aston Martin P3 and 4. They'll be happy with that, but frustrated they couldn't get the double podium in the end. SLK takes P7, Windex P8, and Jeff Ryan P9, and Zinc will have to take P10. Whew, that was an interesting one. Driver's Day goes to Wizzy. Obviously that's voted for in the Discord, so if you are watching from there, get voting later today or tomorrow, maybe it comes out. Right, there we go. Your race winner Haas have won a race this season. Shadow celebrates on top of the podium in front of that massive Ferrari Monza crowd. It leads to one Ferrari oh god. This one Ferrari powered car has finished this race, and it's first place. Josh celebrates in P2, spraying out champagne for a well-deserved race win, for a well-deserved race driver of Shadow. And here we are. Monza is done for you all. So, maximum points goes to Shadow, not only picking up the fastest lap, the sprint race win, the race win. He's picked himself a Grand Slam and a hat-trick for that. What a race by Shadow. Josh picked himself 24 points. That's very decent enough to try and catch up in the championship now, as the championship will be separated by 23 points, which is massive to fight back. Tyrant grabs himself 16 points, massive 15 points. Wizzy for 12 points, and Gabby 10 points, 6 points goes to SAK, 5 points for Hazy for the sprint race finish, Seb 4 points because of the sprint race finish, Windex 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 2 points, 1 point, and that is it. I've been your commentator for today. Ooh, race director. I'll quickly go into race director if it will allow me to. No, it won't. Bugger. Anyway, that has been Monza for you guys. I'll be hoping to see you guys next week for another exciting race. Thank you all for tuning in, as well as per usual. Love to see it. Right, let's have a look where we are next. Oh, we're at Monaco. Oh, when you thought today it was bad with DNFs, we're going to finish with 2 people. I'm going to be brutally honest. I can't wait to commentate that. So I'll see you guys in the south of France next week. As per, I've been your commentator, Ryan, and adios, amigos.